So people can't just say that, oh, I can't learn to do this, or I can't learn to do that. Technically, everybody's capable of becoming a genius.
I want to put this in there because there's just something that they've conditioned us to understand, that there are A students and there are B, C, D students, right?
Yeah.
And these are type of students. Makes you believe that somebody is born an A student.
100%. Yeah.
But what you're telling me now is somebody can be a D student and be terrible in class, but just applying some science to the way they learn, they can be an A student.
Exactly. Because fortunately or unfortunately, our beloved Ghanaian educational system does not exactly promote tailored learning, right? You have a teacher standing in front of a class of 30, 40, sometimes even 50 people, and they are doing one style of explanation. And I'm sure many people are familiar with learning styles. Oh, me, I'm a visual learner, or I'm an auditory learner, and so on, right? But those things tend to help if you are able to take advantage of that attributes that you have. If the teacher is explaining things to people and they're just using big words and jargons and no diagrams, the visual learners are going to suffer. If the learner doesn't even know they're a visual learner, they can't take advantage and start drawing diagrams to help them learn. And they will then perpetually think that I'm just not a good student. And they are trying to learn in a way that does not help them. And teachers are not also assisting them to know or understand that there are other ways to learn and absorb information for you.
What are the ways of learning? What are some of the ways? Because I know you mentioned auditory, you mentioned image. What are some of the ways some of the tricks that you know? Not tricks per se, because we'll get there.
Yeah.
What are? Could you let me know the ways that we can learn?
So I'd say that so we have the three major types, right, that I've kind of touched on already, right? So visual learners, auditory learners, and kinesthetic learners, okay?
Kinesthetic.
Fantastic. So kinesthetic in the sense that you are basing your learning on feeling, right? And so somebody who's more visual, even their language will be like, oh, can you see what I'm saying, right? They'll use that word see because they're thinking in an image. Right, and auditory person will be like, okay, can you hear me when I'm talking to you, like, in that capacity? And then a kinesthetic person might say, do you feel me? Right, because you're more in tune with how they feel about certain piece of information. Okay, now outside of these three things, here are the two main types of learners that I can share. Right, you have people who are global, and you have people who are analytical. Okay, think of this as the top tier, right? Then you have people who are innovative, and then you have people who are historical. Innovative in that they don't mind change.